Hello Capricorn, welcome to your Astroflower reading for the year of 2023. We did do the collective reading that went out back on Sunday. You might want to see that and see how yours sort of fits in with that whole sort of scenario. Let's just get straight in here. Let's just see what we're doing here. So we've got the overall energies here in the middle in petals 6. In petals 2 and 3, we got the karmic missions or the karmic path. The right hand side is the relationship side, your emotional sort of side. This side is the financial sort of side, and then we're going to be doing it over 3-month periods: January to March, April to June, July to September, October through to December. Okay, so how's it been? Are you getting ready for your birthday season? It's coming up soon, isn't it? That energy is going to start coming back, and next year Pluto is going to be out of the question. So for a little bit of the time, it does come back in later on, but that's going to be, I think, I'm really interested in see how that plays out in you guys, or in us, because I'm a Capricorn as well. So let's just see what's going on with the overall energy here. There's a definite release. It's like the Kraken has awoken, but it's not in a nasty sense. It's like, I'm free. I'm free. And freedom tastes of reality. So yeah, so it's going to be a little bit like that, really. It's going to be, a little bit like that. It seems like there's a freedom sort of thing coming in. Miracles can start to finally happen in your life. You've been held back over the last sort of 12 years. It seems to be like one thing sort of works and then sort of like drops. Then nothing works and it drops. And you're coming to the end of that sort of scenario with Pluto moving out of your cycle. And it's this year here is, miracles can happen. Stay true to your dreams. If you've been dreaming over the last sort of like 12 years, I don't mean dreaming as in sort of illusions. I mean sort of like pushing for the highest part of you, the highest self, as it were. It looks like it's going to sort of come to fruition. Let's just see what the karmic path is on your relationship side. There's a real desire of reality, of consistency, of within your relationships. I think this has been brewing up some time actually, and you've laid down the foundations for this. But there's a lot of desire for I think you've got a lot to offer the world, and I think the world is going to wake up to who you are, basically, Capricorn. This year, a lot of people kind of going, oh, I can't believe I missed that boat. And other people are going to be sort of saying, it's fantastic. Capricorn has come of age, as it were. It looks really good. Actually, for all earth signs, it looks pretty good, 2023, as far as I can see. Let's see what's going on in the first 3 months here. So this is January, February, and March. This is still your birthday season. So it's a slight bit of transition still going on there. It's like these feet here are coming down. It's like you're coming down to land, and it's like you're. So you should sort of you land running in a way, and you're often running, but it's coming out of that. Yeah, it's bringing those stars, those desires into place, and I think it's going to take a little bit of toing and froing, basically, testing out a little few things, trying to get your ideal into place within your life. But I would stick to your ideals because you're gonna hit the floor running. It's going to be quite nice, and I think that's going to be round about February. We'll mainly feel it around about February, mid-February, mid-February, basically. It looks like they're hitting the ground running. Let's just see, and I think that's going to sort of set you up for the year, basically, for the coming year of 2023. Let's go from April through to June. this is now opening up to the, and I think this is setting yourself up in very close relationships in the first 3 months. The next 3 months is much more open. It's open to social network. Oh, no, it's not networking. It's socializing, basically. It's opening your boundaries to other people, to open the door of friendship, as it were, because you're going to be feeling a little bit more sort of steady within yourself. There's definitely things coming in, but this moon thing, there is an undercurrent here that I think it's more a case of maybe you're a little bit scared about opening up to the society, opening up your heart to friends and or to new friends and stuff like that. And it just seems a little. We'll have to clarify that afterwards. I think we'll get a reading as well from the ley line that I'm sitting on, which is really nice. Sitting on a lady line here, getting the energy coming through. We'll have a little bit of a message from the earth at the end, but I'd like to clarify that later on, because there's certainly something under the surface which is holding you back, and I think that's maybe you. I think that's mainly us Capricorns. I think it comes from inside you, and I think it comes from not necessarily being scared about something, but it's more a case of experience. So in the past sort of 10 years, it may have, your experiences in regards to people might have been a little bit jaded, let's put it that way, in certain areas. And that jaded factor is playing out here. It's almost like a healing process that you're going through. So let's just see what July through to September's all about. This is coming into your summer months. This is much more open. I think that these are just the floodgates are starting to open here. And there's almost like anticipation or trepidation about what's going to go forth and what's going to come forth. And here is basically kind of going, that's it, the sluice gates are open, everything's flowing. It seems to be a lot more sort of joyous. And this is possibly where the realization of what gifts you have, you can bring into society. Yeah, there you go. You're born back into the whole sort of thing with the Three of Cups. I think it's quite a nice, steady, progressive year for you, actually. Very typical Capricorn, slow but sure. Constantly, just moving on slowly and slowly. We're not the fastest of signs, let's put it that way. But when we do react, we react. And then, a swish of our tail, and things have changed. And that can happen within Capricorn. And we do have a very dark side as well, like every single sign. But here is a very steady progression, coming back into the fold, basically. That's what it feels like. Let's just see what goes on in your autumn. So this is October, November, December. This is coming into your autumn period, and the autumn period for all of us at the end. It's a very happy, joyous time, I think. I think through this encounter over the spring and summer periods, and the opening up of your good selves, and, the offerings, and I think this offerings mainly comes from you, but I think it is two ways as well. I think here is, it's a realization that happiness is just around the corner for you constantly, if you so desire. Walking away from conflict. I think this is where you finally heal yourself from that jaded thing I was talking about. It's going to take a little bit of a leap of faith in order for you to do that. But I think here is like, I'll do a clarification on that card as well. But I think the here is kind of like a realization within you that actually all those past things that I've got, involved in, that have caused me headaches, I just don't want to get involved with it anymore. And it's quite as simple as that. There's nothing to win here, and just walking away from the conflict, basically. Yeah, walking away from the conflict. Looks really good. I'll clarify that as well, I think, at the end of the reading. Let's just see what's going on in your financial sort of side. this makes me want to laugh. It's like, is Capricorn. You have, out of all the signs, I think you have the hugest amount of potential. The only problem is obviously you've been in Pluto for some time, and that potential is difficult to bring to the surface. And it's as if like the volcano's been rumbling, but without erupting. And I think it's going to erupt. It seems to be breaking through. It's like a glass ceiling in a way. That's what you've been living under. And it seems to be like you're going to break through that glass ceiling. There's work still to be done. Yes, there's your position to be taken. But looking at the collective reading, which we did, which you'll be able to find on our channel, I think this is about striving to be your higher self. You're the best example of who you are. And that's an inner conflict, I think, more than anything else. It's staying true to your moral compass, I think. And staying true to who you are. It's gonna demand a certain bit of concentration, focus, really, coming into next year. Let's just see what the first 3 months are going to bring you. This is January, February, March. This is very similar to this one here. It's like the things are falling into place. There you go. You've got a bit of concentration to be done. It's things are falling into place, and they're not. And it's almost as if they're floating in air, a bit like a leaf floating in air that you're trying to catch. You can have several goes to get it until it's in the right position and go, got it. And then you can put it in place. And it's gradually trying to bring things out of the air like this. Bring things out of the air to actually put into place your master plan going forward, you know what I mean? For you, your career, your business and stuff like that. Yeah, look, she's that's that wand. It's jumping up, it's being passionate, it's being having a go, it's seeing how the wand flies and how you can catch it again. It's that whole sort of scenario of trying to catch something out of air, and it's being like we've all done it, chasing snowflakes with our tongues, trying to catch a snowflake. It's a little bit like that. You can see it coming down, and it's difficult to judge, but it's getting there basically. Let's just see what's going on in the following 3 months after that. So this is April through to June. This is where you take root. This is where your career path, your job, your business, your projects, this is where they really start to take root. And I think this is the first time it's taken root for a long time in a really good way. You have many opportunities here. As I say, there's loads of things falling into place. The potential that you have this year is phenomenal. This is that fair exchange. And I think this is what this battle is all about. I think it's with yourself and also with the society at large, basically, because you have a certain moral compass that you like to guide by. And these gifts that are coming in during this period of April through to June, there's a lot of things coming your way and that are actually seeding, the roots are taking and establishing themselves within your life, within your routine. Let's just see how it plays out here. And this is July to September. And I think Pluto comes back in this section here. This could be this tied into that as well. Oh, this is where you're really, I think with the roots, the things that you've practiced for this success for so long. As I say, it's like a glass ceiling you're breaking through. And this is where I think you break through the glass ceiling. It's walking away from walking away basically from what you perceive to be success to now what you know will be success. You could have been doing all right in your job. Your business could have been doing absolutely fine. It's great. It's ticking over and everything like that. Still, you're making money. Everything's cool, hunky-dory. But that's what you're walking away from, that idea of just ticking over to abundance. That's what you're walking away from. You're walking away from basic security into success, it looks like. Let's see what's going on for September, October, November, December. Seems to be a lot of travel in here. So it could be, with your job, and you might get promotion maybe. It could be with your business where you expand your business to a new area, or within your job you're asked to travel a lot. Within your business you travel a lot, your projects. But I think this success and this new level of success on your side is going to push your boundaries further than your surrounding area. Basically, it's definitely going to. It seems like there's a lot of traveling involved here. Yeah, Queen of Swords. A lot of movement, knowing where you're going. You've got your emotions under control. You've got the wind at your back. Life is playing into your favour. You will be heading off down that road and getting it, basically. You will be heading off down that road and getting it. Absolutely amazing. You're going to, as I say, I think heading off down that road in October, November, December, I think that's when Pluto comes back in. So this could be sort of like that walking away factor, rather than things coming to an end because you're breaking through that glass ceiling. Rather than getting blocked by that in Pluto, here is just a case of you getting through it and you're walking away from. So certain things will come to an end simply because you're moving up a level by the looks of things. So let's just, I would like to clarify these two things here. Let's just see what that underlining current is, not really at the surface, but it is tugging at your roots. The Knight of Swords. So this could have been like a karmic relationship. It could be just a friend. It could be a partner. But it's the last throes of that ideal, I think, that is coming to fruition, basically. Not fruition, to an end of its cycle. A karmic bond that is being, I think, mutually sort of not broken, but come to its end. Yeah, the lesson is learned in it. So it is leading to the Three of Cups, which is just above it. So I think it's going to free you up. I think this here is you might even learn a lot of things about past relationships, of what happened and what people did and everything like that in the past. And I think it's quite happily it's done, dusted, and over with. Totally, truly, it takes a lot of time to come over a karmic mission, partnership, and that, as I say, it could be just a friend, it could be a family member, it could be a couple, but I think this is not where it comes to where separation happens. This is where it comes to the end. So separation is already done and dusted. That's already done. That's out the window. And here is more of a case of it doesn't affect you anymore, as it were. Let's just see what this sort of Five of Swords is all about. What's that headache coming through there? Is that headache tied to that moon? Seven of Wands. So I think it's a case of regrouping within yourself. And I think maybe this is where you've gone out, you've opened up to society, you've opened up to friends and community and groups and stuff like that again. You're regaining your faith in the greater society or community, you know, those are the sort of aspects that you want to retain within you. And now it's the clearing, it's the skimming off of the oil off the top of the water, basically. And let's just see how it plays out in the end. But Two of Swords, there could be quite hard, difficult decisions to be made. Is it connected to that moon factor? And you know, once you take that bandage off, all of a sudden you are going to be able to see a lot clearer going forward. You're going to be able to see that moon. So it does seem to be connection. What is the connection between the two? The Fool. So it's the beginning of a journey. So I think this is what I'm saying. It's the beginning and the end of a karmic tie somewhere along the line. As I say, this could be a friend. This could be like a friend that you had at school that you've always been looking after. You've always made sure they're okay, and they go off on their own path, and that's it. They're sort of out of the equation, and you no longer have that karmic sort of mission to sort of look out for them in a way. That's what it feels like in a way. That sort of scenario. It's a tough decision, but I think this could be tied into your business side. So as things take off on that side, it's going to take you away from the friends and family and partners maybe that you know that you've been having some sort of routine before, and that routine is obviously going to change through your success. And as it does change, it's going to put a bit of pressure on certain relationships. But there's a karmic connection that is coming to an end, and I think it's a good thing, not only for you but for the other person as well. Okay, so there you go. That's your tarot reading. Let's just see what's going on. We're going to connect with the energy line. Let's just connect there. There it is. There it comes in. Okay. It's a nice message. Heal your heart. And I don't think this is heal your heart because of a broken relationship. It could well be. You know, obviously for some of you it will be. But I think this is more of a case of heal your heart in regards to yourself. In the pain or the difficulty that you may have made for yourself through your heart, basically. And I think here they're sort of saying, bathe in the beautiful energies that are around you. Fall in love with life again. I think that's what it's all about. So there you go. And I think that's the thing holding you back more than anything else as well. So there you go, Capricorn. There's your 2023 reading. As I said, we did do the collective reading, and this weekend you will have your eclipse readings coming out, the collective on the Sunday and the individual readings coming out in the following week after that. There's loads of things going on this channel in the background. We have a new way of doing a reading coming out, and that is phenomenal. It really is phenomenal. So, yeah, you're going to want to subscribe, click that bell, because it's going to be good to have you here. I'll tell you, it's going to be amazing. In the meantime, Capricorn, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.